Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our Saturday night show. This is Cryptids and Conspiracies night. Got a few comments already in the chat. Genuine Comics is saying hello, hello. Hey, Dave. Oh, shit, live again. This is Bobby C4. Hadn't seen you before. Welcome to the chat. Hell, y'all. Hope you're having a blessed day. Zach 10, you too, my friend. And this intro is scaring me. I apologize, but we kind of have a atmosphere here. Denver International Airport's my favorite conspiracy. We've done a show on that. The Lucifer in particular is Lucifer satanic, and we confirmed, yes, we think it's confirmed that it is. Who's the more far-fetched one? I think that's the most far-fetched one. I think is legitimately true. Yeah, yeah. We haven't done the airport itself. We just did one on Lucifer, but we'll definitely have to do one on Denver. Yeah. Oh, it's it. Drunk Scott just stuck his head in and said, yes, Denver Airport's indeed screwed up. Why the Titanic? Titanic is our show. Was the Titanic a giant honeypot? And we confirmed that we thought it was. But particularly to introduce the Federal Reserve. That's in our playlist, so go and check that out. And you're not John. I think you're talking about John's Loan Box. Well, we'll bring him on. He's part of the crowd. And we'll be saying hello. Okay. Well, thank you for a very active chat already. I guess I need to bring this guy on first.
Truly exceptional. And he had one thing you haven't got.
What's that, sir?
A great big bushy beard. Come on.
Oh, welcome to the show, the man with a great big bushy beard, Mr. John's Loan Box. There you go.
Yeah, I guess I'm bad at communicating because every time I go to the barbers, I say, "Don't trim the beard. I want a big freaking Odin beard," and they all trim it. So I guess freaky big bushy beard has become a moderate okay beard.
Gotcha. Hey, man. All right, let me bring on this guy.
If it's no Scottish, it's crap!
Because of Scottish, it is definitely
Hello,
crap.
everybody.
All right. welcome. All
right. I can actually confirm that I watched Hot Fuzz on Tubi the other night. That bit made me laugh.
Yeah, Hot Fuzz is awesome.
Just looking at this, it looks like Alan Moore and Grant Morrison are your guests.
There you go. There you go. Two ends of the spectrum there. Two opposite ends of the spectrum. Anyway, okay, yeah. Let's bring this guy.
Nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
That's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
Welcome to the show, Wookie.
Hola.
Hey.
Okay. So we got the lack of skull fur down there. We got a lot of chin fuzz down there, and then we got a lot of body hair over here. So, there you go. We got the full gamut.
There you go. There you go. Diversity.
Full gamut. We got the diversity.
Diversity.
Of
There
hair.
we go.
Hair diversity. We got hair diversity at least.
We do have diversity.
That's all about honeypots. Okay, all right, good to know.
Yeah.
Some people think J.P. Morgan sunk the Titanic purposely.
Well, he wasn't on it. So.
That is, that's definitely our philosophy,
conclusion.
our idea. So someone would die. Those two were on the same show. Okay, all right. Anyway, thank y'all for coming. Today we're going to talk about twins. Are they supernatural? Now, I think we all have twin stories. Mine in particular, I had a couple of identical twins that I went to high school with. They were identical. You know, there's identical that you can tell them apart, and then there's identical. Only mama can tell them apart. These were that type. Except that the daddy had raised one of them named Stephanie, and the mama had raised one named Laurie. And so Laurie was like way more feminine, you know. She was a little backstabby, you know, a little bit underhanded, and she upset some lady, some girl, when we were in our sophomore year, which is the first year of our high school, and that girl went looking for her and found Stephanie, and she slammed Stephanie into her locker and started chewing her out, and Stephanie decked her. slammed her
Good.
locker shut, stepped over her body, and walked away.
Nice. There you go.
And that goes like, what the heck happened? Because that little mealy mouth thing that I thought I was going to attack is just punched me like and so I don't know if she ever got somebody ever told her, oh, by the way, they're twins, don't mess with the other one,
The
but
other one's psycho.
yeah, but I mean, looked exactly alike, but diametrically opposed personality was. But you had a story there, Mr. Wookie.
I do. I have.
He's eating again.
I know, right?
That's
Nice timing,
his thing.
Cooper.
his
You
thing.
know?
You got to still.
I just like to point out that Bobby has a Super Friends or Wonder Twins reference. I was making Wonder Twin jokes all day, and Cooper had no idea what I was talking about.
I
missed
saw the
it.
thread.
I missed it. I'm turning in my geek card. I did not.
As soon as I saw you posted that, John, I'm like, I started busting up. I'm like, holy shit!
I missed it.
Wonder
I
Twins.
totally missed it.
So
I should go to geek jail if there is one.
Anyway. Currently I am. I have two colleagues,
Mhm.
twin brothers, who I see on a fairly regular basis because of the nature of my job. I travel around to different retail establishments. Anyway, they have the one brother, the number one. We call him number one. Number two is the other. So number one is like the lead between both of them. So he's kind of like the leader. And he's also that way in work too. So he's like the head of the department. And then number two is like either or like a half a step down. Sometimes they don't even work in the same stores. Sometimes they'll send number two off to another store to help to not confuse the fucking customers. So it's like, I mean, and they're identical. And I'm talking identical. They grow if one doesn't shave, the other one doesn't shave. If one shaves, they both shave. They both get the same kind of haircut. They're both the same length of hair. There's no freaking difference. I mean, it's nuts. The only difference is the number one, who's the leader, he'll wear a specific, he has a name badge. That's the way you can tell them apart. The fucking name badges. So it's like, but here's the kicker. This is the thing that you're talking about twins and all this psychic and all this shit. My weirdness is, okay, they are not American.
Okay.
All right.
But they're whiter than me. Shit, Cooper, they're whiter than you. But they're not American.
They're albinos then, right?
They're not. No, they're not European. They are they claim to be from North Africa. And I'll leave it at that. They speak at least 4 languages.
Yeah.
One of them being English.
Okay.
But here's the thing. They'll go on vacation together for at least 2 months.
Okay.
And it's always out of the country.
Huh.
Okay.
And then they come back
You're saying
and they
that they're
still have their
aliens.
job.
You're basically saying they're aliens, right?
No, they're probably international spies for all I know. It's like,
okay.
Come
All
on.
right.
They're from Argotha. They're those white people from Argotha. They got to go back beyond the
exactly. Yeah, they got to go
There
back
you go.
to Shangri-La or wherever the hell it is, Shambhala, some fucking place.
Right.
But it's crazy
okay,
because they're gone all the time, and together. And but anyway, they're identical in every way. The voice, the dress, the grooming. I mean, both of them have the same body build.
Yeah.
They're probably
and
the
you
same
told me
weight.
both of them are evil, so I guess
I'm just
I have that in
saying,
common, too.
when they take
okay.
off together for 2 months at a time, 3 times a year,
All
who
right,
does
that is
that
creepy.
and keeps their job? But an
That is
international
creepy.
spy.
That is creepy. Well, we here at Cryptids and Conspiracies, we try to come to a conclusion by the end of the show. So this is our poll. If you think that it's debunked that twins are supernaturally linked, if you think it's confirmed they're supernaturally linked, or you're in the middle, you think there's evidence but not conclusive evidence. So that's our 3 options. You feel free to vote 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. It doesn't matter where you are. We'll register a vote on StreamYards. So feel free to vote all during the show or at the end. It's up
Just
to
type in the
you.
number of your choice.
Number of your choice. And we basically that's our little way of letting you participate in the show. The panel will come to its own conclusion at the end, and we'll tally up the votes, and then we'll decide if we think this is confirmed, or if it's debunked, or if it's in the middle. That is the way we do things around here. So
I have one more quick twin reference.
Oh,
When about 35 years ago, I knew a guy that employed brother sister identical twins. And they were probably fraternal twins, but they looked identical.
Okay.
They had their own language. It wasn't Pig Latin, because a lot of people are using Pig Latin. It was not Pig Latin, and they were
call
white.
it twin speak. That's actually a phenomenon they call twin speak.
And you could hear them talking to each. And it was only when they talked to each other, if it was a private conversation. If it wasn't a private conversation, they would speak English normally. But they had. I've never heard this before. This type of how they were speaking. The only way I can kind of relate it to is the closest thing is Pig Latin. But more difficult to figure out.
right. Yeah, they call it twin speak. It's a phenomenon that happens with the twins.
Crazy.
Okay, let me play this right quick. This first little clip, and talking about the twin tuition. There you go.
The mystery of what some people call twin tuition, a connection that occurs between identical twins and seems to defy explanation. There are certain unexplained phenomena that occur between twins that even modern science simply can't explain. Take the curious case of 7-year-old identical twins Kaylee and Allie from Pennsylvania. They were born just seconds apart and are inseparable, like so many identical twins. But when they were 5, a peculiar incident occurred. The sisters were at a playground. Kaylee was on the trampoline and got hit in the face, suffering a painful black eye.
Her heel hit right in the eye.
Allie was playing in another area, totally uninjured, but inexplicably, her eye started showing signs of bruising in the exact same place.
Oh my goodness.
Their mother rushed the twins to a nurse who noticed it too. When she got home, she thought it was so strange, she picked up a camera to record it.
Did you get hit by anything?
No.
Does it hurt?
No.
Did one sister telepathically transfer her injury to her twin, or was it just a coincidence? Searching for an explanation to her twins' bruises, their mother, who would not appear on camera for fear of being judged, sought out a self-styled paranormal researcher, Guy Leon Playfair. Playfair wrote a book on twin telepathy called The Psychic Connection. We tracked him down in London to ask him why he's convinced that incidents like the matching black eyes are a result of a telepathic connection.
What makes you so convinced that it's telepathy as opposed to coincidence?
Well, the problem with the coincidence is that explains everything. You see, to some people, that's the end of the story. I don't think you normally get a black eye without being hit by something.
Any suspicion of foul play?
Well, what on earth would be the point? I mean, this is just an ordinary woman describing what happened. It's a Newsweek cover story where they carefully avoided the subject.
For decades, Playfair has collected strange tales and interviewed dozens of twins who are absolutely convinced that they've felt an otherworldly bond. He says there's so much anecdotal evidence, the doubters are simply turning away in fear.
Why are people so afraid of it? Why are people so hostile towards it?
It's partly fear of the unknown. It's fear of going back to a sort of medieval age of superstition and witchcraft and all that sort of nonsense.
Think of it this
Alrighty.
It's almost like the injury on the second child is like an echo of the first, like telepathically or psychically or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is a good point from Zach 10. Wait, the kids are on camera, but not the parents.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I thought the same thing.
That's a
Yeah,
very
it's like
interesting point.
it's like Mama's sticking kid out in front. It's like here. Don't judge me. So well, obviously a white suburban female. But anyway, so well, we call them awfuls for a reason. Anyway, the thing about it is though is I mean. Things like that. I mean, the anecdotal evidence is so compelling. I mean, it's like a ton of it. Now, this next one I'm going to show you guys is there's a story that was like really big. I think it was the mid '80s where these two young men find each other, and then a third guy realizes he's part of the group too. And but there's something really sinister kind of happened when they found out why they got separated at birth, and it was actually deliberate. So here you go.
I wouldn't believe the story if someone else were telling it, but it's true, every word of it. It started when I went to college. It was the first day of school. All these people are coming up to me saying, Eddie, how are you? Eddie, hi. I'm like, my name's not Eddie. I don't know what you're talking about. As soon as this guy turned around, I knew it was Eddie's double. I said, you're not going to believe this. You have a twin brother. Oh my God. As I reached out to knock on the door, it opens. And there I am. His eyes are my eyes, my eyes are his eyes, and it's true.
And then the story went from being amazing to incredible.
There was an article to Twins Reunited. I think I might be the third.
When people ask me what is the most remarkable story you ever encountered, I tell them it's the story of the triplets.
You guys have been on the front page of every newspaper in the world.
True. They were more like clones than they were like brothers.
It was a miracle.
There was nothing that could keep us apart.
That's when things kind of got funky.
Something was just not right.
They separated these boys at birth.
The parents had never been told that there were two other children.
What was the purpose?
Why? How could you not tell us?
They're trying to conceal what they did from the people they did it to.
When you play with humans, you do something very wrong.
Who would be evil enough to come up with something like this?
There's a lot of powerful people who would like to have this story silenced.
There's still so much that we don't know.
It boggles the mind.
It's a mystery. I'd like to know the truth.
Okay. You know, not to spoil the movie or anything because this is public knowledge, but it turned out that all three of them found out that their parents, when they were adopted, were told to go to some of the same psychologists, or at least some of the same people, and like give like these updates or whatever. And it turns out that they were all connected to Harvard Medical. And when they searched it out, there's like an entire like evidence at Harvard that they can't see until 2066. It's been sealed. And so all three, they were sent to upper class, middle class, and lower class families. And then they were investigated like a bunch of, they were basically separated and split up and everything. And none of them were told about each other. The families were not told there was two other boys. And it was all this was all like linked back to German studies that happened during the Holocaust.
It was a scientific study.
Jesus.
Scientific. Yeah.
Operation Paperclip people.
But the boys and the families were not told. So Harvard instigated a scientific study. So what, did they buy the kids from the biological parents?
I think the boys like were orphaned. I needed to investigate that part of it, but for some reason they were like
Has
taken to
Harvard
state
done
custody.
anything good in the past 40 years?
I'm gonna say no.
There's a conspiracy.
Right.
I remember this story back in the 80s on a show called That's Incredible.
Right.
I'm pretty damn sure.
Yeah, it was
they
on there.
brought this
It was.
story up.
Yeah. Okay, the kid got hurt to match her twin. No, they all insisted that that's not what happened. The little girl insisted that's not what happened. So, I'm gonna, but it could have happened. That's a possibility. But anyway, one of them died. One of them committed suicide. I can't. That one his name was Eddie. I don't know which one that was. Doppelgangers are not supposed to meet, right? Right. Okay. Donald reminds me of Boys from Brazil about Hitler clones. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Echoes of John Money and Kentler Project. Yes. Yep. That was gender. That had to do with gender though. But yeah, that's equally as bad. Or maybe even worse. It can cause a paradox to destroy the universe. Okay,
there you go. That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, that's what we're afraid of.
Matt, you're right. I don't want there to be a paradox. I live in this universe.
Well, thank you for that evidence, Matt. I'm gonna take your word for that.
That's a bit of a dick move, but there you
go. Anyway, but the thing that the article I read back in the day was that not only did they date girls with the same name, but they all named their dog. They all had like a little dog they called Toy.
Yep.
At some point, and so all three of them that lived parallel lives, even though they were completely separate for the most part of it. And then when they met each other, all three of them immediately bonded like they'd been together forever. And they all had the same mannerisms. They all had the same movers. It was like eerie to just watch them.
that does just sound like some weird science experiment.
It was, but see, they were experimenting on twins, like the Germans were experimenting on Jewish twins and things like that. And
I wonder, talk about conspiracies. Their parents were orphaned, and they're so. Could they have been early clones?
Well, I don't know.
Or eugenics or manipulation somehow, maybe.
Could be possible.
That's well. The story that got me thinking about along these lines was my hometown has a mental hospital, and it's one of the only two in the North Carolina state. And my parents met there. They worked there. Okay.
Oh, right.
Okay. It's a good thing you clarified.
Clarify that, buddy. Good job.
Anyway, so okay. Well, the thing about it is though, there's all sorts of stories surrounding that place, and so I was curious to hear some of them that I'd heard if they checked out, and I was watching a documentary on it.
I'm sorry.
Yo,
hey,
Gobster.
I like Gobster.
Yeah.
Come here, Gobster. You're awake, man.
Who gives a shit?
Like the best.
Never gets old.
It never gets old.
No, all hail to the Gobster. Anyway, all right. So the last chat message hidden for me is Kamikaze. I have no idea what that is. Meet cute at the Looney Bin. It's like a film, yeah. Seriously messed up Nefarious. What's the FBI investigation into this?
Yeah,
the thing about it is it was initiated by governmental agencies, so I don't think they're going to be able to investigate it. But
probably
there are
not,
clips of these Japanese girl streamers, Fuwawa and Momoko, and they think their reactions are supposedly fraternal twins, though. Well, fraternal twins do have a deep connection. Gabi is good, man. Yeah, he is.
Yes, he is.
Very good.
And Cam too.
Yeah. Well, think about it this, though. Is this particular show... it basically all right, Matt, I think it's because he's from Europe, and I think they block some things from Europe. I don't know. It's no idea. I can't tell you, buddy. But
Also, I can explain it. Some people are posting on Cooper's channel. Some people are posting on my channel. People on my channel are not seeing the people posting.
Yep.
Okay.
We're in StreamYard, so we see everybody post. It's nothing nefarious, but we're posting on 2 channels. So if you're posting on my channel, you only
Cam,
guys.
Yeah, Cam and Gobster are posting on my channel.
Yeah,
so
some of our oldest.
I'll try to highlight every comment I see so you guys can see each other.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on because StreamYard's been acting weird, but I just realized I'm restreaming Cooper's channel.
You are.
Yeah.
I think if you restream, that it doesn't like parallel or whatever. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So you're only getting half the comments. But,
right.
Okay, Matt.
But you know, John's, well, I don't know these people.
Yeah, the people on my channel are
the multi-stream.
There
you go.
Yes, the wonders of the multi-stream.
So this was a story that I didn't know about, but it turns out Mr. Ballin did an episode on it. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. So hopefully, Mr. Ballin doesn't usually strike people, so I'm gonna try to play it. But
that's always the first time.
Yeah, it's always the first
time. It's always the first time. We'll see, but
it's us. It's us.
Yeah, it's us. It's us. So it's a possibility. But I'm gonna start where the 2 ladies enter into Broughton Hospital. But this is my home. This is a place in my hometown. So yeah. It might explain some things about me, maybe.
So in early 1961, when Bobby and Betty were both now 30 years old, Adolphus had them both involuntarily committed to a psychiatric hospital. And at first, it seemed like this hospital stay was exactly what the girls needed.
Little gothic.
Because, they gained weight back pretty quickly because they were being forced to eat. And they were also being monitored effectively 24/7, and they were given proper medication. And, they were just kind of comprehensively looked after. And so pretty quickly, they got better. And also the girls were allowed to stay in the same room together. They really never separated them, which was an important part of their recovery, as they had each other. And so after several weeks in the hospital, they were deemed, healthy and back to normal, so to speak, and they were discharged. But pretty much immediately, once they got back to their family home, they regressed right back to being, secluded in the bedroom, not eating, and being completely introverted and completely not normal, not healthy. And so, again, they were committed. And again, they got better while they were at the hospital. But then once they were discharged and back home, they got worse again, over and over and over again for over a year. It was like they were in and out of the hospital. It just didn't seem like they were making any real progress. And so eventually, Adolphus and his wife and several doctors and nurses that had treated the 2 girls over the past year during their numerous hospital stays, eventually they all kind of came to the conclusion that it could be possible that what was happening here is these girls had schizophrenia, and that was kind of the root cause of all their issues. Or maybe it was just their intense dependency on each other that was effectively causing all their problems. That what could have been viewed as like this timeless bond between siblings was actually like a really deeply unhealthy codependency where they were so enmeshed in the other that like they couldn't grow as people and become independently functioning adults, that they were kind of stuck, and that unless drastic action was taken, they would continue to be stuck and continue to decline.
Okay. Just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
So to give a little backstory, these girls basically they were like so into like their own little world that they were actually very unhealthily like enmeshed in that it was basically descending into like mental illness basically at some point. They were like okay for a while, and then they just started degenerating and starting spending all their time with one another and started withdrawing from everybody but themselves.
And not eating.
Point. Yeah, and
not
eating.
That's strange. That's strange.
And so, and when they got thrown in hospital, they were basically forced to eat. So,
is that the Eller twins?
The Eller twins, right? So here's where it really gets interesting, or really gets creepy,
or at least spiraled the way they had been. And so a decision was made to, without asking the girls, to forcibly separate them and see if that made a big difference. And so on April 11th, 1962, Bobby and Betty were both once again committed to the hospital. Except this time, for the first time, they were separated. They were put in literal opposite ends of the hospital in totally separate wards, and they completely lost their minds. The girls begged and screamed and demanded to be kept together. But the staff said, nope, it's for your own good. A few hours after the girls had been separated at the hospital, so this is the first time they're being kept apart. This is like 1 a.m. on the morning of April 12th. Adolphus was at home asleep when his phone rang. And he was confused because it's the middle of the night, like who's calling him? But when he picked up the phone, he heard a hospital doctor's voice on the other end. And the doctor sounded completely frantic. And he tried to explain to Adolphus what was going on. You know, Adolphus was aware of the fact that the girls were going to be separated, but everything the doctor was saying about what had followed after the separation just didn't make any sense. And he was trying to clarify, like, what are you talking about? But the doctor finally just paused and then just clearly stated basically the disaster that had unfolded after the separation, that something they could have never planned for has happened, and even the doctor didn't really know what to make of it.
Yeah.
And when Adolphus heard this, he just sat there on the phone, completely frozen, having no idea how to react. Over the next few days, doctors at that psychiatric hospital tried to come up with a rational, scientific explanation for what happened on the night that Bobby and Betty were separated. But they couldn't figure it out. So, in an effort to figure it out, they called in the North Carolina State Board of Investigators for some help. But they couldn't figure it out. And so they called in the FBI. And the FBI couldn't figure it out either. Nobody had any idea how this could have happened or why. And so as this story naturally began to leak out to the press and began circulating in newspapers all over the country as like this unbelievable mystery, a lot of people, as they saw the story, began to wonder if maybe the explanation for what happened after these girls were separated is not rooted in science. Maybe what happened is something that we as humans, we can't really understand, but it doesn't make it any less real. It would turn out at 12:55 a.m. on the night or early morning that Bobby and Betty were separated in the hospital. A nurse in the ward where Bobby had been moved to was doing her regular rounds. And when she got to Bobby's room, she found Bobby lying in her bed on her side, and she was dead. About 5 minutes later, at 1 a.m., a doctor went to check on Betty in the ward where she was on the other end of the hospital, and this doctor found Betty was also dead in her bed, lying in the exact same position that Bobby was. But the strange thing is there was no obvious sign of what killed them. There was no sign of illness. There was no sign of self-harm. There was no sign of violence or foul play. It was like inexplicably, both of these girls were just dead. And then even after doing multiple autopsies, nobody could figure it out. Like there wasn't a reason that they died. Forget foul play, forget how it happened. There wasn't a medical diagnosis for what killed them. They just suddenly died. And so the only real conclusion they had was that somehow the twins had died from no apparent cause at almost the exact same time. The twins' cause of death was officially listed as ill-defined and unknown. The only theory that anyone has been able to come up with about what happened came from one of the doctors who treated Bobby and Betty in the hospital. He believed that the twins were so distressed about being forcibly separated that they found a way to reunite by, quote, willing themselves to die. Basically, the twins' need, the spiritual, physical, emotional need to be with the other and having that taken from them was so strong, so powerful, that they basically forced themselves to shut down.
Okay, we got struck. We're down.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. It happened last time. You got to pay 30-second clips. So
we will be back. For those on, all right, even numbers stay. Well, I won't. It's useless for me to bring up the. Well, I mean, I can bring it up for the other streams, but Yeah. That's weird. Mr. Ballin doesn't usually strike people, so
it's probably
that's
the
strange.
algorithm being
It's
a
automatic.
pain.
It's automatic. You
Yeah,
played,
it's automatic.
too
It's
much.
automatic,
You played
so.
too much. You got to get like 10-second segments.
Yeah, yeah. That's well. I mean, well, we'll wait till we pop back up.
Oh, we're still on Rumble and that,
still
aren't we?
on.
Yeah, it's still on Rumble, so that's good. Sorry for that. And you go back and watch this video on YouTube. Yeah, if you go back and watch on YouTube, there would be no breaks. You'll watch it all the way through. There's no breaks, and so they just take the stream down inexplicably, and there's no way to predict it.
Or we could just promote them to watch it on Rumble, and it's still all there. You know?
Well, I mean, Rumble has such a minuscule reach, though, and
yeah. Come on, Rumble, get your act together. You're muted, Bunny.
Yeah, I went mute. I muted.
You muted yourself.
Well,
Tampon has been muted.
Yeah. We're back. Okay, we're back. That's why I keep this right here. Anyway. Okay, so so yeah, this thing actually happened.
That's a hell of a story.
Yeah. I checked it. My local sources checked it, and I have okay. So anyway.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we didn't react enough. That's our fault. We were all going like, "What the heck," you know. All right. So we are back. All right. So here's the last comment. All right. My parents lived in Virginia Beach. Brother keeps even number of teams to stay near our parents. Last team was 10. Okay. All right. So we're back. So yeah, this is Evil Overlords of YouTube. Right. All right.
You know who it is.
Yeah. So this actually happened. These two girls, they were separated, opposite ends of. They weren't even on the same ward. But I have my connections still at Broughton, and I asked if there was any stories circulating, and there are stories circulating that these two girls still wander around the place. There's both of the wards that these young girls were at, it's like they're still looking for each other. So that's the ghost story that circulates at Broughton about them.
Right.
But yeah, there's newspapers. There's this is well documented, and to this day they still don't know what happened to them. There's no physical reason. This possibility. YouTube doesn't want us to know about twin truths.
No.
Right?
Yeah, no.
So Gobster thinks it's confirmed. So Gobster
might I point out that our esteemed friend the Gobster is on Rumble now.
Yes, he's on Rumble.
Okay, there you go. So you can vote from anywhere. Just one of the numbers.
Yes.
Just chat a number. 1 if you think it's debunked that the twins aren't supernatural. 2 is confirmed that you think they are, and 3 is in the middle. Is that you think there's some evidence, but you're not convinced entirely. 100%. So
that's very strange, wasn't it? It's almost as though they literally couldn't live without each other. Literally.
Right.
Despite the fact that they got so involved in their own little world, they were actually starving.
Okay.
That's
so. John is in the debunked camp. Surprising no one. Right. Anyway, the hospital wouldn't want to be a medical reason.
My buddy's grandmother. It started snowing out, and she was thinking, her husband, is he going to crash? Is he going to crash? Is he going to crash? And she sat there looking out the window, and John was a little kid saying, "Nana, calm down. Pop he could drive the car." And she sat there. He's going to crash. Drop dead right then and there. You know what I mean? They brought her to the hospital. They said, "We don't know what killed her." People stress could kill you.
Oh yeah.
Buddhist monks have willed themselves to death. You know, people die. So these two girls are the exact same person for all intents and purposes.
Okay.
What about the totally enmeshed each other? They got separated, and they're told they're never going to see each other again. Who knows what they said? They freaked out. They died. There's, you know, you
So
really.
What about the black eye? The girl with the twins that have the black eye.
Okay, that's an easy one. Bring them to the hospital. Slap one. Bring them to the hospital. Give one a needle. Give one to the hospital. Give her food that she doesn't like. There's no tests. First off, we weren't there when it's happened. We don't know if mom smacked them and told the kids to say stuff. There's an infinite ways to explain it. Going directly to supernatural is lazy and wishful thinking.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, I guess it depends on your definition of supernatural.
If you want to make fantastic claims, you need fantastic proof. A little girl with the black eye, nobody saw it. And like Zachtan said, the hospital wouldn't want there to be a medical reason to these people's death. You know, did they get somebody from Alaska who has nothing to do with them to do an autopsy, or was it that hospital's autopsy guy? You know what I mean? We need, fantastic claims require fantastic proof. A little girl with a black eye, you know, did mom hit her? Did she hit herself when she saw her sister? And you know, oh my sister, you know what I mean? We don't know.
Well, I mean, that was only the one that I showed. There's like about 4 other stories on there. But,
right.
We could
replicate. I was trying not to get struck, and ironically.
Replicate. Just get 2 twins in a hospital room, you know, and say, hey, listen, you're adults. I'm going to slap you until you bruise. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Get a 20.
Well, that's what the Germans did. They did a lot of twin stuff like that.
And here, I listen to Chuck Dixon. He says that there is all the records of those experiments, the Nazis' experiments, but they're locked up and we're not allowed to look at them. And
well, evidently they're still using them at Harvard.
I'm of the opinion of people died. Let's at least look at that data. You know what I mean? Like at least these horrible people that were tortured to death.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I know one of the reputed investigations was they stuck one twin in an ice bath, and then checked the other one to see if they shivered. I mean, it was pretty barbaric stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean that's one of those things. Zachtan is in the middle here. So okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to my vote is going to be in the middle myself. I'm going to vote for myself here.
One of those other clips was of the young gentleman who passed away. He was in a coma or something.
Yeah.
And his brother could sense things. So I don't know. It's a bit strange. I would say I'm in the middle as well.
Okay.
As John said, there's any number of explanations that could logically.
Well, with me, I mean, I agree with him that there's any amount of physical reasons that could happen, but I just think there's still a sliver of something really, really otherworldly going on.
Yeah,
and so I can't close the door on it. I'm not confidently closing my door on anything. And so
I mean, we're discovering new and wondrous things all the time. So who knows?
Well, I mean, when I did my research, there's just so many inexplicable things that have happened between twins. I mean, I just showed you 2 stories basically, but there's 3 stories, but there's like
and a copyright strike.
Huh? Well, yeah.
And a copyright strike
got taken down for one of them, but
are
there's so many out there. I mean,
are those twin copyright strikes?
Well, I mean, we could watch stories all night long about this, and there's so many of them, and the evidence is like
anecdotal evidence.
Well, I mean, but what else we got? I mean, anecdotal evidence is still evidence, and I mean that's I mean, there's so many cases that are tried and it's through anecdotal evidence, but if you got anecdotal evidence from multiple different different
and then it's
locations and multiple different people, eventually they can build a case, and you can convict somebody of murder without a body if you have enough evidence.
That's not scientific empirical data. That's beyond a reasonable doubt. That's illegal.
Well, it's not, but some things aren't replicatable.
Well, then it's not science. Science. The definition of the scientific method is repeatable,
replicatable results. I'm aware of the scientific method. I'm very familiar with it. I'm just saying that there are things that are so inexplicable and so one-off that they can't be scientifically proven. That's why we call them supernatural. And so I've seen enough in my lifetime that I have an open mind about it. And so, I would love to be definitive and say this is true and this is not true, and I have absolutely confidence that this is absolutely true. No, but I'm just not that guy,
Well, my point is, to live in a world where I say I don't understand this, therefore supernatural, is biased in one direction.
Okay.
I'm saying there's no proof for supernatural. There's no proof. So supernatural means super proof. So in the absence of super proof, it's just we don't know. We don't know doesn't mean supernatural.
Well, I mean, it's like sufficient advanced technology can be considered magic. I
don't see any magic here. I'm just saying there's events here, and we don't know what they are. So therefore, this supernatural is therefore. We can't jump. Mm-hmm. It's okay to say we don't know what it is. It could be a scientific normal conclusion.
But at the same time, if we don't know what it is, how can you rule out supernatural?
Because supernatural requires super claims. Supernatural is a conclusion.
Well, it depends on your definition of supernatural, I guess.
Yes, what is the supernatural? What is your proof of the supernatural?
Supernatural are things that inexplicably happen that can't be explained by man.
That means the dumbest person in the room has more room to say supernatural than the smartest person in the room.
Well, I mean, the smartest people in the room will sometimes say, I have no idea. I don't know how this happened.
That doesn't mean supernatural. So look,
it doesn't rule it out either. So anyway.
In order to claim, either way, supernatural is a claim.
Okay.
And in order for a claim, you need proof for that claim.
Okay. Well, fair enough. So Krill says in the middle. John says completely, absolutely debunked. There's no possibility whatsoever. It's
I didn't say that.
So, all right, Mr. Wookie, where are you landing, my friend?
In the middle.
In the middle. Okay. So we've got 3 in the middles. 1 clearly 100% absolutely concrete debunked. And what we got over here, let's check our poll. Show the poll. So out of how many? We've got 4 votes for in the middle. 1 confirmed, 1 debunked. John is the debunked. We got 1 confirmed. That was Gabi. And we've got 4 in the middle, plus mine is one of those votes. Anybody in the chat that hasn't voted yet that wants to?
I think this question is framed wrong. Because you're suggesting that the supernatural exists.
Okay.
So, let me, if I might.
How would you frame it differently?
Are twins nebulons? Well, okay. Nebulons is a nonsense word, but you can't prove that there's no nebulons, so that we can say, you know what I mean? You gotta say, is there stuff?
So let me.
Okay, well,
if I could interject into this discussion here real quick for a moment, the definition of supernatural, according to the great gods of the internet.
Okay.
Supernatural refers to forces, events, or beings that exist outside the natural laws of the physical universe. It cannot be explained by science or normal human experience, and it is often connected to religion, magic, or spirits. Key meanings and concepts: beyond nature, events or powers that break the normal rules of how the world works, divine or spiritual, things tied to gods, angels, demons, ghosts, or afterlife.
Okay. That's a good explanation.
And not scientific, because these things cannot be tested or proven by science. They belong in the realm of faith, myth, or fiction. And
okay, so let me ask
what
you
they
this
say.
then. Is there any rational explanation how those two girls could have died?
Yeah, I guess there is some rational explanation.
It's not supernatural then. As long as there's one possible explanation that makes logical sense, the supernatural.
The thing is, the odds, the odds of that occurring the way it did are nuts. Inside
right.
of
you
a
getting hit by
facility
lightning,
asleep.
nuts. Yet there's people who've been hit by lightning 4 or 5 times. Jeffrey
Well, it's
Epstein
because
won the
after
lottery
the first
twice.
strike, they become basically lightning rods because their bodies
Lee
become
Trevino, the
ionized.
professional golfer.
You know, anyway. But I mean, there's scientific explanation for that. So
right, there goes because in any argument, the most rational explanation is. But okay, so there's this rational explanation, but I'm going to ignore that because I want supernatural.
Huh? That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Well, then we can't, unless there's absolutely no freaking possibility to explain this, then maybe we can entertain the supernatural. And there's ways we can explain all of these things, from fraud to a little girl doing it to herself and not telling mommy because she's, to these people stressed it out. And
I mean, there is like there are gradations to this. I mean, I'm not the Warrens, okay? I'm not like everything is supernatural and whatever sells books.
Right.
But I'm just saying that I have seen some things in my lifetime
We've all
that
seen things.
have led me to believe that the possibility exists that there is supernatural things.
But that's what you do. Like why I was about to say Elton John when I meant to say Sherlock Holmes. Like Sherlock, you chip away at everything. As long as there's one chip left, it's not supernatural.
So you're using inductive reasoning on me already? Come on now.
You know what I mean? Like
deductive reasoning, really?
Right. If you can deduce some logical answer, then you can't entertain supernatural.
But you can do that for anything.
There you go. There's no supernatural then. You want there to be supernatural, so you're ignoring the logical. Or saying,
I'm just saying I've seen supernatural things with my own eyes, and so I can't completely totally be completely impartial.
We all know we as humans are unreliable witnesses. We can see the same event and describe it differently. I've seen people, and then years later describe them, and they're like, "What are you talking about? That guy looks like this," but my memories of them are different. I guess that means they're supernatural. We are flawed. That's why we need to test, get empirical data, repeat it, and if we can't, none of these have been done under any supernatural, any scientific basis.
Well, I mean, I live near one of the most stable supernatural phenomenon on the planet. They have never been able to determine how the Brown Mountain Lights work.
I've never heard it, so I can't comment on it.
Well, I'm just saying that I have seen things with my own eyes that are not explainable by our science right now, and so I can't completely exclude supernatural from my, and I would love to be in the kind of person that's like, well, if I can't taste, tell, or taste, or feel it, or if it's not, something concrete that I can look at,
don't get me wrong. I want there to be elves, fairies, spaceships, time travel, faster than light travel, resurrection. That makes
I'm not believing everything. I mean, there's some things.
John,
that
I can tell you right now from firsthand experience, I've seen trolls, and they were both my ex-wives.
There you go.
So trolls exist.
And I will say that there are pixies because I was cutting something with the scissor before I put it down, and it was across the room.
Oh,
I've said it once, and I'll say it again. I had a supernatural experience myself. I was engaged once.
Now is it supernatural because she
we're
was
not talking about horror. We're talking about.
Have you met his ex?
It was horror from a wallet. Come on.
Don't scare anybody. Come on, don't scare anybody. Anyway, okay. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to close the poll out right quick. And it looks like
also,
we're...
can I also
and next week when there's only 3 people on Cryptids because I'm not invited back.
Not invited back. Right.
Well, you need a skeptic. You need your Scully. I mean,
can I also add?
Now Scully gets me mad because she's seen the shit and seen the evidence, and she still doesn't believe it.
That's not real.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
There you go.
Can I also add? Right, as a child that was adopted as a baby, I am unaware of any twins or doppelgangers of myself that might be out there. But boy, that's a scary thought.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I hear you.
There's an angry bald guy who works at the bar. He's got a Scottish accent for some reason.
Oh no, it's another me.
Well, I mean, I just basically, I think we pretty much we all landed. Most of us landed in the middle tonight. So that's the way the rules of the show go. So I will go ahead and play this right quick. So, we're going to be in the middle on this one. Some of us believe that there's enough evidence that there's possibility of supernatural. Others do not. So, we seem to, that seems to be the consensus is in the middle. This is not a somebody won or somebody didn't or somebody lost or whatever. We're just trying to make a determination here one way or another. And most of this is on the spot. So, if we miss a few tricks, or if we don't show enough evidence, or what we show is not compelling enough, then we make the determination. We make the determination based on the evidence that we have shown, or that we've done for tonight. So that's basically where that's where the show works. So thank you all for coming. We have a show for next week, or the week after next. Anybody have an idea?
Astrology.
Astrology. Okay. Well, I'm going to debunk that one right now.
Astrology.
I don't believe in everything. Okay.
Astrology.
Well,
do you know what's funny? You know when you read star signs and stuff. I'm a Taurus, and the funny thing about that is when you read the descriptions, it's just like, that is so me.
That's so me. Yeah, no kidding.
I'm stubborn. I take a long time to move.
Yeah, we had this one suggested earlier tonight. Is Bill Gates evil?
Yes.
Yes.
Short answer.
Is that too on the nose? Is that too easy to prove for a show?
Is Obama really born outside of the United States?
The Kenyan controversy. Oh, okay. The birtherism. All right. Yeah. You guys want to get struck? Is that what we want?
We always get struck.
Yeah. I'm not screen pulled down immediately anymore. And not go back up.
Well, it's my channel, but it is what it is.
No stream is complete without something getting kicked off.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we did the moon landing and didn't get it totally destroyed. So who knows?
It got on mine. It says it was. It's blocked in some regions.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did I did.
You want to do? Is COVID manufactured?
Is COVID manufactured?
I'd say there's a lot of reports now that say yes.
Yeah, I think that's too well proven at this point.
That's the thing, isn't it?
That might not be compelling enough. Let me see. So I don't believe in astrology, but I'm Aquarius, and the description does fit me. Okay.
I know. It's weird how these things work.
Back in my dating days, a girl would be like, "What sign are you?" And I would say Capricorn, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's so you," because this. I go, "Oh, I made a mistake. I'm Sagittarius."
So, do we want to go with
Sagittarius? Sagittarius don't believe in astrology.
Are we going to go with? Do we want to try astrology? Valid science?
Sure. Why not?
Why the hell not?
Okay. Well, we can just watch John chew the scenery the whole entire time, but you know.
Oh, that one I believe it.
Yeah.
Huh? You believe it? No, you don't believe it. There ain't no way in hell you believe it. Anyway, all right, guys. That's been Cryptids and Conspiracies. Y'all have a good night.
Yes, it is.
We'll see you next time.
See y'all later.
Have a good one, everybody.
I probably should click this instead of
You
that.
should hit
Okay.
end.
Yes, the
Hit
end